Life is like a video game for those who know how to win. Now there are millions of people that know how to win in video games, and quite frankly, that's the easy part. But only a very small fraction of the population knows how to translate that into the real world. And the reasons why most people can't translate that winning into the real world is number one, they don't know the rules that govern the game of life. Number two, they don't understand how to truly upgrade their character. And number three, they don't know how to bend the rules to their own will. Ever since I was a kid, I loved the idea of leveling up a character. I used to play so many different video games, from strategy games, from role-playing games to fighting games. And I was obsessed in maximizing my video game character in every game I could get my hands to. Now, as I got older, I kinda lost interest in playing video games. Or better said, I consciously changed that part about me in order to level up my life. Because video games, let's be honest, are a complete waste of your time, especially if you want to level up. But that old part of me still will influence how I approach life. And as I started to see life like a video game, it dramatically increased every area of my life, in my career, in my income, performance, productivity, whatever you want to call it. That's why in today's video I'm going to talk about the 3 levels to winning the game of life. Now, I'm not claiming that I have everything figured out and my life is perfect, but for the most time I'm really happy, fulfilled, and I'm doing something that really is exciting me. So let's get into it. Level 1, know the rules. You have to understand the rules of the game. For example, when I used to play this video game called Street Fighter, I had to understand the basics first. So when I press the square button on my Xbox, my character will throw a punch. And if I press the X button, it will throw an X. And that leads me to the fundamental principle that governs the universe and reality. And that is cause and effect. The cause and effect principle refers to the relationship between 2 events. Okay, there is one event, and that is the cause. This event will lead to another event, and that is the effect. In simple terms, when this happens, that happens. Let's go back to the video game. So I used to play against my cousin. So we played this video game, and if I press this button, this will happen. But the real thing that is determining the results, if I'm losing or winning, is my decision. So your decisions in life determine your outcomes. This is what really influences our trajectory in life. So relating it back to life, which games are you choosing to play? Which arenas do you want to play in? So if it's in your career, do you want to start your own business? Do you want to advance your corporate career? And this is also why video games do so well. They create this artificial world where you can choose between anything. You can choose a character, depending on the game, you can choose a different land, you can do everything, but it is based on your decision. And in a video game, you don't face the consequences, because although it's kind of simulated like the real world, you don't have to face the consequences. And that's why a lot of people escape in the video games. So level 2, upgrade your character. Now in level 1 you have understood the basic principle, and that is quite frankly the cause and effect. Everything is cause and effect in life. And then you have a goal. You know where you are going roughly, and then it's about to stack up your skills, your experiences, and that will form better judgment, better decisions along the way. So in the beginning of the journey, we are starting to learn something new. So we start small, we stack up little wins, but then we face a major obstacle. That is the game of life. For example, maybe you want to start a social media channel like YouTube, and then you posted your first videos, things are going well, but then maybe something happens. For example, you start comparing yourself to other people, and that causes you to face some stagnation. Now in a video game, what typically happens is you'll face a boss or some kind of character that you have to defeat. And in the first try, you lose. In the second try, you may lose too. And then you'll start have some doubts, and this is the crucial point on your journey. And in real life, this is when we see guidance in form of books, mentors, courses, programs. Like nowadays, there are infinite opportunities to really overcome your obstacles. If you truly exercise this way of living, the idea of leveling up your character, you'll find the resources, the mentors, and people will show up. So after the major setbacks, and that is inevitable in life, we have to get used to. We will get knocked down and we have to get up. You go back to the drawing board, you seek counsel, you apply, and then you overcome that monster. And one of the most powerful things that I did in my life that single-handedly really transformed my life is upgrading my identity. Now here I'm using an analogy in a video game, but it's the same in real life. you have to upgrade your identity. The biggest problem why most people can't get ahead, and they are always this trajectory of going a little bit up and then down and up and down, but it's always like a downward spiral. The problem, they don't understand that their identity, their character, so to speak, is the most powerful force in getting results in life. So what they do is they pick up some fancy tactics, they go on YouTube, so they go out online and search for the quick fixes, the hacks, the fastest way. But those tactics are only temporary results, because you have to internally upgrade yourself. Create a vision, having the right beliefs, the thinking, and then the actions will follow. Then those tactics will give you long-term results. But first, think in the fundamental principles, for example, creating a vision, in other words, just getting clear on what you want, and then you apply the tactic. By the way, if you're finding this video valuable so far, let me know in the comment section below. Level 3, bend the rules to your own will. Life is essentially a perception game. Let me explain. Your perception is the way you interpret and understand what is going on in your life. So all the inputs like sensory information, beliefs, past experiences, and things that happen to you determines how you play the game of life. In simple terms, it's how you make sense of the world that determines your results. For example, 70 years ago, there was a guy called Roger Bannister. At that time, the public perception was no one could run under 4 minutes in a mile. And that guy cracked it. And after he have cracked it, a lot of people run a mile under 4 minutes. So it was like the belief was broken. And that's exactly how you want to approach in life. So what I encourage you to embrace is to upgrade your ability to see. What I mean by that is, it's a perception game. You have to understand the way you interpret your reality determines your outcome. There are many cases where people believe something is not possible. Now, I'm not saying you can do everything that is impossible, but you want to stretch your imagination and bend the rules to your game. Now, at this point of this video, you understand the basic rules that govern the game of life, which is cause and effect. Number 2, you understand you have to upgrade your identity and face the challenges head on. And number 3, you bend reality to your own will by upgrading your perception. Now, the problem that you will probably face on this journey, and this is normal, is self-doubt, confusion, lack of clarity. Next, I want to watch you this video titled How to Get Ahead of 98% of People. Spoiler alert, don't try to get ahead of people. That's a fool's game. That's why you want to watch this video, because I'm going to share the principles that helped me completely transform my life. And if you're seriously interested in becoming the top 1%, or how they call it, you want to watch this video. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if this video was valuable. Like, comment, subscribe, and if you want, you can hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post a video. Thank you.